friends, and welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing part 3 of a series I started like a month ago. Yeah, been a while. What's the best Soviet tier 8 premium heavy tank? And today it's the IS-2Sh's turn to be in the spotlight. Now, this tank's unique for a couple of reasons. Obviously, it's got a rear-mounted turret, so in theory, it's best at side scraping. In practice, it is probably the best at side scraping, down to a couple things like the pike nose on the IS-5 and IS-3 Defender, and these cheeks on the IS-6, plus, rear mount turret and the flat side armor and the fairly flat frontal plate, well, angled flat, but let's move on. DPM, joined best with the IS-5, yeah, it's got the same penance of all the rest, got the same alpha, rate of fire, same as the IS-5, 5.09 rounds per minute. Caliber is 122 like the rest. Shell velocity is the same because it has a PCR standard. Now here's where this tank starts to come into its own. Aim time, 2.45 seconds. Pretty decent when you compare 2.81 with the IS-6. That's the next best. And 2.9 and 3.01. So it's got the best aim time. That's good news. Dispersion, it's not the best, okay. It's the same as the IS-5 and the IS-6, worse than Defender. But that's not horrible. On movement and rotation, it's joined best with the IS-6. This is where the IS-5's shortcoming is. Depression's got 7 degrees, which is incredible for a rear-mounted turret. 15 on the elevation. Yeah, I don't know. So it's got the joint best depression. It's got the worst elevation. So that's kind of a letdown. But it is, in fact, one of the more mobile ones. The only thing the IS-5 has over it is the fact that it actually weighs less, and it's got 2 kilometers an hour faster reverse speed. So this thing goes slowest in reverse, but joint fastest in forward. 770 horsepower, so pretty standard. 1452 power per ton. It's better than Defenders, but it's worse than 730 and the IS-6. So effectively, it's not super great, but it'll get the job done. Terrain resistances, they aren't magnificent, but they're same as the IS-5, so you don't have that much worse mobility than the IS-5. I mean, personally, if I wanted speed and maneuverability, I would take an IS-5. And then view range, yada, nothing special. 1500 health, so it's right in the middle. Not 1470 like the IS-6, not 1550 like the other two. It weighs 53.04 tons, so it is in fact the heaviest. So that's why the power weight is off. And hull armor, it actually has the thickest raw piece of armor. 130 on the front, 100 on the side, pretty good. 60 on the rear. Okay, so average. Turret armor, that's one of the biggest letdowns of this tank. It is effectively just an IS turret slapped on top of a made-up hull, so that's the problem. 170, 90, 90, so yeah. Turret's biggest weak spot of this tank, but yeah, let's move on. Alright, so we're gonna get into some battles. Let's do it on a cut video. Let's do this, just like the Vindicator one. But before we do that, I want to point something out. You got this large, flat upper plate, okay? Well, I mean flat as in it's not a pike nose. And it's nicely angled and everything. So that is very thick, very strong. And then you got this lower plate. Isn't as strong, isn't as sharply angled. If it was more sharply angled, it would be much stronger, but it's not. And then the front of the turret is rather weak right around the guns, just like an IS turret. And you got the cupola and this thing, I think it's modeled. And lastly, this plate down here is actually AGable by most tanks at this tier. I don't know exactly the thickness. I think it's 40 millimeters, possibly less. So it doesn't take a large caliber gun to HE this thing. And we are right into battles on Port Bay. Bottom tier. Last 2 matches I recorded. I did 2,000 damage. My team managed to do 1,300. 6 players, 1300 damage. Yep, and it was a 7-0, and it lasted barely 2.5 minutes. Yeah, type of teams I'm getting. And I had a Helsing platoon even, and yeah, I don't know. But they have a Tortoise, a Conqueror, and an Object 704, and we have a bunch of slow tanks who decided that going town isn't great, isn't very smart. Good for them. Good for them for knowing something anybody who's played this map knows. Well, anybody who's played this map outside of Supremacy. Supremacy going town is a viable option because you control A and you can prevent caps on B, or you could capture it rather quickly. So that's good. And 7 degrees of gun depression is something very important because it means you can actually utilize a few more positions than you could in the IS-5 and the IS-6. IS-5 is only 5 degrees, I believe. This gun right here is, in my opinion, okay, the best Soviet Tier 8 heavy premium heavy tank gun. And that's simply down to the combination of the aim time, the pretty good, well, great for 122 accuracy while moving and traversing. Look at that shot. What it doesn't have is it doesn't have the best base dispersion values. In fact, it has the joint worst, along with the IS-6 and IS-5. The IS-3 Defender actually has the best base dispersion values, and I say base dispersion values because it also has the best, and well, not really. It doesn't, it's just the fact that it uses vents instead of a gun rammer. If it were to use a rammer, it'd have exactly the same dispersion values. But you know, being an autoloader, it can't use a gun rammer, and that's why we have the difference in the aim time. That was stupid of me, but yeah, that was also stupid of me. I was trying to turn, and there's a building there. Should really be more careful. And now we're going to try to help this T-54 kill this Conqueror. Can we get up there in time to save? Unfortunately, our shot missed, and the Conqueror, however, only tracked the T-54. So T-54 out-reloads the Conqueror. Doesn't if he bounces. And yeah, unfortunately, the Liver got another shot in there because I was focused on trying to save our T-54, and he got another free shot off. However, it was his last. And now we can hopefully focus on killing T-44 first. Nope. Tortoise. And 3 kills. We have taken a substantial amount of damage and haven't really done a lot of damage. We've just stolen 3 kills. So, yeah, not going to be the best game. I'm going to post up here. And unfortunately, he's not going to be there. That sucks. I was hoping he would have kept going and I got a shot off. But whatever. 3 kills, very fast-paced game. Or not really, I mean, it still was 3 minutes. And only 1300 damage. Yeah, not great. I'm trying to show this thing strengths. That wasn't really a position that I could side scrape. Well, none of those positions I could side scrape in. And then I was bottom tier, so that kind of affects how I play. And also, I just didn't get a lot of shots before the enemy died, which is also very important. And now we're on Canal. There are spots I can side scrape on this map. It just depends on which side my team wants to go. And yeah, they've got the extra heavy, we've got the tank destroyer, so it can go either way. I'm just gonna... Okay, our team decides to go that way. I don't believe the enemy team would go that way. They could. Teams can do stupid things all the time, but I don't anticipate that, or I didn't anticipate all of them going over there, and apparently they did. And that is Snapshot with a Soviet 122. That is the old joke is that you don't aim with Soviet guns. The more you aim, the more likely you are to miss. You just take snapshots. And it always hits because Stalin guides it from the depths of hell. At least that's what it is. That's the joke. You know, who came up with that? I should research that. Or I could not and say I did, and then yeah. Then I'll come up with some stupid answer like Hello Kitty Online. Whoever made that game, those developers, yeah, they came up with that joke. I honestly have no idea what Hello Kitty Online is. It's just another running joke with jingles. The mighty jingles. So we've lost our platoon of Tier 7 scouts, and we have lost our tank destroyer, so we don't have much going for us right now. In fact, we are not in a good position. No, really? A tank with 20 millimeters of armor that close to the front line got hit by a lot of guns and instantly died? That is such a surprise. I saw it coming. See, the thing is, people who play the Borsig aggressively, especially after it got nerfed, it's kind of stupid. It was stupid before, and it's even stupider now. I mean, just think about that. If it was something was stupid before, and then they went and they nerfed the tank, you're gonna do the exact same thing. That is stupid. That is faulty logic. So you're making stupid even worse. However, we have killed a very strong tank on the enemy team. I did take 2 hits for it. So good. Good bounce. And that shot should have hit. Oh well. IS-3 needs to kill the Tiger too. Liver's gonna die. Yeah. See, the problem is, you're a very fat tank. Another problem, I'm a very inaccurate tank. And there we go. So, you see we're bouncing the... Who is behind there? And that cost me, I believe, the LTTB. And that 160 damage was because he was firing Primo. Yeah, this tank has some pretty decent frontal armor, okay? And that shot shouldn't have bounced. So yeah, this sucks. So the IS-3 should be dead by now. All I gotta say, I put 3 shots into him, 1 bounce because he turned at the right moment, 1 went into his tracks because stupid reasons, and yeah. 3,000 damage. Yeah, GG. The most overpowered Tier 7 light tank in the game, for a couple of reasons. And you do this. Yeah, that may contribute to our defeat, maybe. So, let's see if we can get a good win. Not just a good game, because, I mean, 2800 isn't very good, but it's better than 1300, even if it was a defeat. Yeah, okay, so we are top tier once again on Fort Despair. That's the name of this map. Wow, there's not that many maps in this game. How many are there? I should count, but I don't care to. Not at the moment. As I say that, I'm doing it in my head. Ha! I probably forgot a map. I don't know. This kind of is bad because of the way the map's called currently, and the way that our team lineup is. It's not going to end well. Or it could end very well. It just depends. For example, none of our tanks are fast enough to get over to that corner without getting shot. A lot, except for maybe the SU-100 M1 and the SU-122 44. There we go. I should have used HE really, but what you gonna do? Yeah. And Yeg Tiger is going to get himself killed. See, this T-34 is going to hinder my efforts to side scrape, especially since there's people on that side of the build, that side of the map. That shot shouldn't have penned. Didn't go where I aimed, but it penned anyways. Unless the tracer's wrong, which is often the case because this is World of Tanks Blitz and tracers are not accurate. That one hit the T-29 and bounced. So, there are too many tanks here. SU-100M1 should not be in this position. He's kind of just really in the way. Really in the way. So much in the way, it's kind of ridiculous, but what you gonna do? That's a nice shot. AC-48, for those of you who watch my video on it, you know my opinion of that tank. Come on, guy. You gotta get... You cannot do that. I mean, This is the problem with random teammates. They do stupid things like that. And then he's just gonna sit there and get shot. He took one shot, did damage. He took 500 damage and he's really messing with me. That shot hit a little high. So I'm trying to... Who penned me? AC-48, by the way, happens to have the 90mm. Okay, waste of a shot. Okay, Rudy is getting kind of annoying. Okay, there are only 3 of them left. I am not going to sit behind this rock. Let's do something. We're going to push on the Rudies while simultaneously aiming up kill or damage. Damage, doing a full shot of 400 damage is better than getting one measly kill for like 80. Well, in my opinion at least. XP wise, it's difficult to factor. Also, that one went right through. And unfortunately, that's what you get, nub. 1 health. Ugh. Okay. And then we're just gonna wiggle. He's not even gonna shoot at us, so why bother? And no aim. Firing on the move. So that was actually a decent game. I got a side scrape the tank. Got to deal with some stupid teammates. 2,000 damage. I haven't really showcased a lot of good things, well, a lot of good battles, but I've tried to showcase the strengths, like side scraping, the aim time, to a certain degree of success, and other things like that. You know, Soviet guns, Soviet tanks. They're biased. Also, it does make decent credits. It makes more credits per battle than the IS-3 Defender. I think I could be wrong though. Because the IS-3 Defender doesn't have great credit coefficient actually, but they all have pretty much the same shell cost, and you know, repair cost is different for every tank, and no. Are you nuts? Okay. Why? You're literally the only medium tank on our team. There's one medium tank on the enemy team. Why would you call desert? It just doesn't make sense. Nice. Throw a 0 in the word other, and you come up with what that guy said. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is a really bad angle if they come around that corner, but I'm hoping to get the first shot off. And IS-6 is there. Where are they? Okay, IS-6. See, I am spotted here, and they do have... This is really odd. I don't recall them... Or I don't recall many teams doing something like this. I mean, it can happen, obviously. It's happening right now, but Yeah, I don't want to go around that corner. This is the problem with rear-turret tanks. If teammates like this AMX M445 are there, you cannot do anything because I'm not going to poke. Oh, whatever. I mean, this is against all logical thought processes in my head, but if it works, it works. And this is a stock KV4. And he's penning my turret. Or, well, not this KV4, but that's where the Egg Panther's penning me. And he did it again. Stupid Yegg Panther. He's even using the 105. Ah, what a shame. And so we've done 3 shots of damage, we've lost all of our health, and we're winning. I haven't really had a chance to do much. I gotta say. There we go, nice shot. And yeah, the AC-46 plays very similar to your Yegg Panther. It's just bigger and actually has tougher frontal armor with gigantic weak spots, but still tougher. And it's got pretty similar DPM. I actually really like that tank. Did I ace it? I can't remember. I don't think I did, unfortunately. But yeah. So this has been a really bad game. So let's do one more. Let's make it. Let's make it happen. This is atypical of gameplay in this tank. I don't know. It could be the way I'm feeling because, I mean, if you're feeling especially tired or anything like that, it affects your gameplay. All games, it affects your gameplay. I'm not saying I'm super tired. I mean, it is late and I worked earlier and yeah. The struggle. I don't care there. I just needed to get this video recorded for tomorrow. Yeah, dating this video. It's recorded Thursday, November 30th, 2017. What do you think of them apples? And once again, we are going this side of the map on Canyon. This is, I don't know what the meta is on most Blitz maps anymore. They seem to be really inconsistent. Example, Canal used to always go to the southeast corner of the map. Now you're more like, if you have more heavies, you're more likely to push the northwest corner of the map. And it works a lot, and enemy teams go that way too. I don't understand why. Why it changed. This map, you used to go to the southwest corner of the map, and now you're going, I mean, teams often go to the northeast corner of the map. No, thanks. That's a BL10. Can we get a dead? Please, kill it. Someone? Yes? Okay, thanks. That guy, I mean, I saw that his gun was depressed, which means he actually loaded into battle. So, I knew he wasn't I mean, there was a chance he wasn't AFK. And it paid off. He could have loaded in late, of course, but he had, yeah, because a lot of people saying a tank like that would probably just drive up to it, because, you know, it's AFK. That's where the trolls and the bots get you, because they aren't AFK. They are just pretending to be AFK. Look where that shot went. And yeah, then if they got a really big gun, you lose a third to half of your health, and your game's spoiled. And this is a really big gun. It's a 152 derp. Right there. And critical hit to the side of a KV3. Wow. Good news is he's using the 107. Bad news is his rate of fire is way better than if he was using the 122. You reloaded in time to put a shot into my lower plate. You know what I say to that? Die. I tried to say die there, but my voice failed me. Good news is he doesn't have great gun stats. Bad news, my lower plate doesn't have great armor. He also has a better rate of fire than me, even if it's lower alpha. And 350. So yeah, we've kind of been taking a bunch of shots. A lot of them bounces because armor angling works. Okay, he's not going to be there anymore. That guy dropped down, so let's see. Nope. We're going to try to shoot one of these people. One of these beautiful, beautiful fat tanks. 5100's on the clipper load. I probably should kill him, but yeah. I'd rather just farm damage. Because to me, average damage is a lot more important than getting a bunch of kills. It means that you aren't just waiting for the killing shot, you're actually dealing damage effectively. In some ways, average damage is actually kind of more important than win rate. Because, I mean, you can always lose doing massive amounts of damage. And, case in point, my win rate. Oh, 56.69. But my average damage is alright. It's not good. It needs to be higher. So I need to play some big guns. My win rate also needs to be higher. So I need to play big guns I can win in. But yeah, 23 minutes into the video, and we're about 26 minutes into the video, stand corrected. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this kind of interesting video about the IS-2Sh. This is the first time I've featured this vehicle on my channel, even though I've had it since it came out. I think it's been 6 months. Okay, so yeah, just a little while. So I hope you'll enjoy it because I kind of had fun. Yeah. And with all being said, don't have to say see you all. Have fun, stay safe, and bye. And my voice is gonna kill me.